darkness covers the land, not just as a shadow across the sky, but as a weight pressing down on every heart in Jerusalem. The crucifixion is over, the crowds have gone silent, the disciples are scattered, hiding behind locked doors, terrified that they will be next. The world feels broken beyond repair. Hope, the fragile light they once held onto, seems buried in a tomb carved from cold stone. Inside that tomb, the body of Jesus lies wrapped in linen, sealed away behind a massive stone. Roman guards stand watch, uneasy despite their armor and weapons. They heard the rumors. They heard him say he would rise. To them it sounds impossible. The dead do not rise. Empires do not fall. Power belongs to Rome. But something is shifting. As night deepens, the earth begins to tremble. Not a violent quake, but a pulse, as if creation itself is holding its breath. The guards exchange nervous glances. A wind sweeps through the garden, though no storm clouds gather above. Then a blinding light erupts from within the tomb, brighter than fire, purer than lightning. The stone cracks, the ground splits. The guards fall to their knees, shielding their eyes, overwhelmed by a presence they cannot comprehend. In the silence that follows, the stone rolls away. Inside, the linen cloths collapse in on themselves. The tomb is empty. At dawn, Mary Magdalene walks through the garden, her face streaked with tears. Grief has hollowed her spirit. She approaches the tomb expecting to mourn, to cling to what little remains of the one who changed her life. But when she sees the stone rolled away, panic seizes her. She believes the body has been stolen. Her sorrow turns to desperation as she runs to tell Peter and John. They rush to the tomb, breathless and afraid. John arrives first, stopping at the entrance. Hesitant, Peter pushes past him, stepping inside. The emptiness confronts him like a thunderclap. The burial cloths lie folded. No sign of struggle, no sign of theft, only absence. Confusion spreads among them. Had they misunderstood everything he said? Were they foolish to believe? Mary lingers behind, weeping. Through blurred vision, she notices a figure standing nearby. She assumes he is the gardener. When he speaks her name, everything changes. Mary. The voice carries warmth, authority, and compassion she knows better than her own heartbeat. She looks up and sees him, alive. Not wounded and broken as before, but radiant, transformed. The scars remain, but they no longer speak of defeat. They testify to victory. Her grief shatters into awe. She falls before him, trembling. He tells her not to cling to him, for something greater is unfolding. Death has been conquered. The story is not over. It has just begun. Meanwhile, the chief priests scramble to control the narrative. When the guards report what happened, terror flashes across their faces. If the people believe he has risen, their authority will crumble. They bribe the soldiers to spread a lie, claiming the disciples stole the body while they slept. Fear drives them, but beneath it lies a deeper dread. What if it is true? The disciples remain hidden, wrestling with doubt and fear. Then suddenly, in the middle of their locked room, he appears. No door opens. No footsteps approach. He simply stands among them. Peace be with you. They recoil at first, thinking they see a spirit, but he shows them his hands and his side. The wounds are real. The body is real. He eats with them, laughs with them, breathes among them. Their despair transforms into uncontainable joy. The resurrection is not a metaphor. It is a revolution. Thomas is not there when this happens. When the others tell him, he refuses to believe. Grief has hardened him. He demands proof. A week later, Jesus appears again, this time addressing Thomas directly. He invites him to touch the scars. Thomas falls to his knees, declaring him Lord and God. Doubt dissolves in the presence of truth. But the resurrection is not just for the disciples. It reaches beyond that room, beyond Jerusalem, beyond time itself. It shakes the foundations of Rome. It challenges the systems of power built on fear and control. If death has been defeated, then the ultimate weapon of every tyrant has been stripped away. As word spreads, hope ignites like wildfire. Two travelers on the road to Emmaus walk in despair, recounting the events of the crucifixion. A stranger joins them, explaining the scriptures in a way that sets their hearts ablaze. When they break bread together, they recognize him. In an instant, he vanishes, leaving behind burning conviction. They race back to Jerusalem, no longer crushed by sorrow but driven by revelation. 40 days pass, filled with appearances and teachings. He speaks of a kingdom not built with swords or crowns, but with faith and love. He prepares them for what comes next. The resurrection is not the end of the mission. It is the launch of it. On a hill overlooking the city, he gathers them one final time. The sky is clear, the air charged with expectancy. He commissions them to go into all the world, to carry the message of forgiveness and life to every nation. Fear flickers in their eyes, but it no longer controls them. They have seen the impossible become reality. As he speaks, his form begins to rise, not in spectacle but in quiet majesty. A cloud envelops him, and he is gone from their sight. They stand there, stunned yet strengthened. Angels appear, reminding them that this is not farewell forever. They return to Jerusalem changed. The same city that once terrified them now becomes the birthplace of a movement that will echo through centuries. The resurrection has rewritten history. It has redefined power. It has shattered the finality of the grave. In the shadows, Rome still rules. The priests still plot. Darkness still exists, but it no longer reigns supreme. A new covenant has begun, sealed not in fear but in triumph. The world will never be the same. Because when the stone rolled away, it did not just reveal an empty tomb. It revealed that death is not the end, that sacrifice is not defeat, that love is stronger than the grave, and everything changed.